Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I will explain how to set up the camera and the effect of the correlative rule to get a sharper image. Main subjects today are 1. How to not to shake your pictures. 2. How to take good pictures without blurring. 3. The basic 3 elements of photography. Photographers sometimes take pictures with a shake for some reason. Today, let's find out how to take pictures without shake, which anyone can do. Because so far there have been post-correction apps that can fix shaky photos, but that's not a level to rely on. So, unfortunately, once shaken photos cannot be used. First is the blur type. Gaussian blur. Lens blur. Motion blur. Best of all of this can be prevented or overcome with little attention. One of the best ways I learned long ago at Nikon Camera School, how to understand and overcome camera shake. Using the right shutter speed. Here are some simple methods you can always apply to take a sharper picture. Apply a very simple concept. Set the current shutter speed equal to or higher than the focal length number of the lens. If the lens is enlarged to 200 mm, make sure the shutter speed is set to 1/200 seconds or higher in the shutter speed setting. When the lens is 100 mm, set the lens to 1/100 seconds or more, and when the lens is 85 mm, set it to 1/85 seconds or more. You can get a picture without blurring. Although there are always exceptions. The only variable is when the subject is moving fast. If so, you need to increase the shutter speed to stop the fast movement. If the probability of success is 9 out of 10, you will get a clear picture. Use of a tripod. When shooting in low light conditions, such as at night, you often use a slow shutter speed to increase the exposure value. When the shutter speed is slowed, it becomes very sensitive to small shakes, making it easy to take a shaky picture. In addition to shooting at night, there may be cases where images are shaken due to handshake when shooting. The safest way to prevent these phenomena is to use a tripod. First of all, to prevent shaking due to handshake. It is an indispensable accessory when shooting in low-light locations. First, type of tripod. Stable tripod. Monopod for quick movement or to reduce the weight of equipment. Second, tripod head. Plate and macro focusing rails can be used on a tripod ball head. If you have a tripod, 1. There is no blur when the camera is fixed, so the shutter speed is irrelevant. However, the movement of a fast-moving subject like a water fountain is recorded. 2. Set the ISO sensitivity to 200 for high quality. 3. The aperture can be freely set according to the need for defocusing. 4. Do not touch the camera or allow other objects to pass by until the shooting is complete. When taking pictures by hand without a tripod. 1. First, stop breathing without moving your body as much as possible, then press the shutter to test the shaking. 2. Manually increase the shutter speed by 1 step so that the picture does not shake. 3. Open the aperture to the maximum to receive as much light as possible. 4. Give up the high quality and increase the ISO sensitivity until the brightness is appropriate. Knowing the three basic elements of a photo will make you fall in love with it. Again, shutter speed, aperture, and ISO sensitivity, which are called the three basic elements of photography, are the most important friends in determining the movement, defocus and quality of a photo. Not only that, because all three are related to the dark and light of the photo, they must be understood in order to take a deeper picture out of the automatic mode. The shutter speed that determines the movement of photos. The camera normally closes the shutter to prevent light from entering, then opens and closes as fast as the specified shutter speed. When the shutter is released and the light comes on. With this principle, the photographer can quickly and slowly adjust the shutter speed, taking static and dynamic pictures. First, the faster the shutter closes, the still the moving subject will be shot. Therefore, it has a static characteristic as if time has stopped, and is often used when shooting fast-moving subjects. The faster the subject moves, the faster the shutter speed is increased to capture the momentary appearance of the subject. Conversely, a slow shutter speed causes the shutter to close slowly, and all movements in the screen are recorded during the slow closing. If the subject in motion or the camera moves even a little while the shutter is closed, an afterimage will appear as in the picture above, making it appear shaken. This is why the picture is shaken. Aperture to adjust the picture's defocus. The aperture is a device that controls the amount of light that enters through the lens. Why are the numbers of aperture values important? In the picture above, the lower the f value, the wider the aperture is, and the higher the f value, the smaller the aperture. Like shutter speed, the aperture is also related to the brightness of the photo. Shutter speed is the difference in brightness about how fast the shutter opens and closes, while the difference in brightness is about how wide the aperture is opened and how little it is opened. ISO sensitivity that determines the quality of the picture. ISO is one of the three important factors that determine the quality of a photo. The reason why the shots are shaken. 1. The subject is faster than my fixed shutter speed. 2. Due to a lack of light, it is not possible to secure sufficient shutter speed with proper brightness. First, the subject is faster than the shutter speed that I have fixed. If you capture a fast-flying subject like the bird in the picture above with a low shutter speed, the afterimage of the subject will remain and appear as if it is shaken. Therefore, faster subjects like birds require higher shutter speeds. However, the shutter closes so quickly that if the ambient light is not abundant, the picture will be dark. 1. Increase the shutter speed by 1 step and secure enough to prevent afterimages of the subject. 2. Adjust the aperture value according to the need for out of focus. The more open it is, the brighter the picture. 3. If the light comes out dark due to insufficient light, increase the ISO sensitivity step by step until the brightness is appropriate. How to hold the camera correctly. 1. Gently grip the camera with your right hand and place your finger on the shutter. 2. Important buttons related to all settings are concentrated on the right rear of the camera. The thumb is placed in the right rear part to adjust the setting value. 3. Support the lower part of the lens with the palm of your left hand, and gently hold the lens with your fingers. 4. Keep both elbows close to the sides to minimize shaking. 5. As you inhale and exhale 1/3, hold your breath and release the shutter. 6. It is recommended to use the surrounding terrain. Mount or lean the camera on a wall or pole to get a stable picture. If you follow the above, you can get a good picture without shaking. It's easier to learn about photography and cameras if you can attend community college photography group classes or college classes. Today, introduced the camera basic theme for those who always use the automatic mode and the P mode over this post. I hope this will be a good answer. For those who are wondering why the picture is shaking, I have explained how to practice as simple and easy as possible. But if you understand this, camera shooting seems not that difficult. In the next video, I will show you some more informative aspects of photography.